Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is day 6 of shooting content for my YouTube channel. Today's content creation went south. So I'm a martial artist. I do taekwondo. This is 6th of July 2024, and July literally is 1 year. It marks 1 year since I started my journey as a martial artist. I am a senior yellow belt Panama student. So I go to this taekwondo school here in Lagos, Nigeria, at the National Stadium, Lagos. It's called Panama Pan African Martial Art International School. So I was gonna share my sparring video with you guys. I turned on the recorder and gave this boy to record the sparring, my first sparring with a white belter. And once we were done sparring, I was so eager to go watch a replay of the sparring. And guess what? He didn't record. He didn't press record. It's not his fault. He thought he was recording, but he wasn't recording. I said, okay, no problem. Let's take another take. So I had to spar with a blue belt. She's my senior because I'm like senior yellow belt. I'm going to blue belt. And the sparring was so good. It was like 2 minutes. It was so intense. At the end of the sparring, she was crying. I was crying. She kind of tried to kick a dolio kick and she kicked my elbow. And I didn't even know when that happened because I was so in the moment of the fight. And when we're done sparring, I wanted to see a retake because I gave this phone to another person. Now I gave it to an older person, thinking that, okay, the little boy just didn't know what to do. And guess what? There was no footage, no record of this sparring, no record to prove that I actually went to school today and I sparred with two people. There's no proof of it. But the good news is I was able to capture all the people while they were sparring because I had my phone with me and when it was my turn, I gave it to someone else. So I'm not probably going to put that up so you can see, but sadly you will not be able to see mine. However, what really got me like thinking was after the sparring with this white belter, we are walking home and we're like exiting the national stadium and we got talking and she said, oh, is it autistic? I don't even, yeah. I was like, oh shit, how did you know that? She was like, oh, I could figured like I kind of observed you and someone was saying the other day, let me clean my face. Gosh, this is gonna be as real as it gets. And she was like, someone was saying the other day that, oh, that Rom goes extra for this Panama, this taekwondo training. Like Rom is doing extra, like you really think her life depends on it. And that got me thinking about why I joined martial art in the first place. And I said to her, I was like, yo, actually, you're right. I'm a person who believe in giving 110. I don't really think you should be average. I don't subscribe to being average. I don't want an average life. I want a super unreal life. So I'm a person who believes that if you really want to do something, you got to give it 110 of your time. You got to give it. You have to commit to it. But the problem is when it comes up to people, it's like, oh, you're doing too much. And is there anything like doing too much actually? Like, if you really believe in the cause, why not give it 110? Why stop halfway? You get. So she was like, this other person was saying, oh, I think Rome is taking this way too serious. Why is she so invested in this so much? Like her life depends on it. And I said, wow, remember I told you that July, this July makes it exactly 1 year that I started martial art. And I said to her, I said, I started training July 2023. And yeah, my life do depend on this because I woke up June 9th of June on my birthday to two sharp razor cuts on my body. I'm going to put that up so you see how it happened, where it came from. I don't know. I didn't even take a recording of that cut. I was like, nah, you need to record this. And that was like a week later. I was like, you need to record this. This is a proof that this happened to you and you don't know why or how it happened. And when I took the video and I showed some people, some spiritual people, and they had so many things to say, and they were like, oh, I consulted like three different people, and they all had like the same idea. Oh, it's witchcraft, someone is after your life, you need to do some spiritual works, you need to, do some sacrifices. And I'm like, yo, this is the first time in my whole life someone is telling me that I have to do something to save myself, that I'm under like an attack. I said, okay, what am I going to do? And I thought about it. I said, think of this. If I were to be Isaac, and I know that I'm going to go up the hill and I'm going to be sacrificed. Will I want to go there scared? I said, no, I want to go there ready. I want to go there doing my push ups. I want to go there like ready. So basically, this cut on my body inspired my journey with martial art. I figured that the best protection is self defense. That was my conclusion. After I had spoken to like three people, three like experts in their in their field, they had like authority to speak on the supernatural. And I mean, they told me what they thought the solution was, but I just went up and said to myself, you know what? I think the solution is self defense. If I can defend myself, if I can stand up for myself, I don't really know what's happening on the other realm of the world, but yo, if I know in this realm, I can defend myself, I can fight, I can, do something for myself. Why not start doing it? Why let the fear of the supernatural consumed me? And that was how my journey with martial arts started. And talking to this girl today, a year later, and she's saying someone in our group was saying something like, oh, Rom goes too hard on this thing, Rom is doing too much. I'm like, no, girl, I'm not even doing enough, but I'm willing to put in 110 so that I can be good. And I'm not doing that for any other person, but I'm doing it for myself, to let myself know that the only person who can save me is myself. And if I don't learn how to use my fist, if I don't learn how to use my mind, if I don't know how to control my body and control my power, then every other thing can control me. So that's how my journey with martial arts started. It was just a process of, no, I'm in charge. I'm in charge. It's my life. I got to say, I have a say in what happens to me. Even if I don't know what happens when I sleep and I wake up with cuts on my body,
Look up
that
to
doesn't
another
mean it's
fresh
over
cut
for me.
from
That
my
doesn't mean I
skin.
should become a coward or a weakling and go get some fetish
Say
protection. And I'm like, okay, so the day I
how,
run out of money and
when
I can't protect
it
myself, that
happened,
means I'm
I
dead,
don't know.
So it's like, okay, no, I'm gonna
You
start
say
martial art.
very
And
fresh.
that's how my journey with Taekwondo started. And it's 1 year. And guess what? I'm going for my first national championship, female Taekwondo championship, ending July. I'm getting ready to go and actually fight other people outside my team. Please, if you got to the end of this video, you know what I always like ask. Please, 3 requests. Please like this video, subscribe if you haven't done that, and leave a red flower. That's just all. Please leave a red flower. That shows me that you actually got to the end of this video. Okay, but back to it. What I was saying is that the whole narrative, this concept we have in Nigeria of, oh, you're doing too much, oh, you should slow down. My point is, treat things like your life depends on it. When you go into stuff, go into it like your life depends on it. Because sometimes that's what will save you. That might save you. For me, Panama, Taekwondo saved my life. A year ago, I was just this weak girl who couldn't do 10 push-up. I couldn't do 10 push-up. I was confused. I was scared. So what is it for you that made you say, I'm going to have to change my life? For me, it was waking up to a cut, and a twin identical cut on my body on the both side of my boobs on my birthday a year ago. And I said, no, I'm not going to be a victim. In this story, in this life story of mine, I am not going to let anything, whether it's some spiritual thing, affect me. Okay, so guys, I'm going to stop talking now. Let me know, what point in your life did you say, oh, I need to pull the switch here. I need to make a 360 change. And for me, that 360 change was art, was becoming an artist and becoming a martial artist. So stick around. The story is not over. So I almost gave up. That's why you see another veil, because the other one was really making me hot. So I had to take it out. I mean, I had to just take it out. So, recap of what I'm saying is, please, we need to have this culture where whatever we do, we are willing to put in our best. Okay, and I know it can be quite intimidating to want to do your best, especially when you are in an environment or you live in a culture where people feel like if you're bringing your 110 to the game, you're doing too much. It's better to be doing too much than not doing enough, if you ask me. Okay, so I'm happy I studied martial art. I'm really happy. I mean, today I went to training, and it's been the same way for me. I wake up, I run for 10-15 minutes to the dojo, to our training ground. I spend about 30 minutes sweeping the training ground because like 55 meters. the size of the place is quite big. Then I train with them, I train with my teammates, and I come back home and I feel very alive. I feel very refreshed, and I feel like I did something that is beneficial to my future, to myself. Like I did something for me that made me feel really good. And if that comes up to people like you doing too much, it's fine. Let people talk. People will always have something to say. They will say you're not doing enough or you're doing too much. So please put in your best. And I like this veil. It's not like the other one. It's so thick, like I'm sweating because there's no power. So I had to change to into this. So please, like I always say, if you got to the end of this video, please like this video, subscribe if you haven't done that, and leave a red flower for me. It's just a way for me to know that you actually got to the end of the video, so please do that if you haven't done that. Thank you very much. I will see you again, inshallah, tomorrow. Thank you for watching. And I'm using the sunset light because we do not have power. And yeah, that's also why I'm sweating, because I had to close the window so the background noise doesn't get into my video shot. So we'll keep doing this till we'll perfect it. We need to keep doing it. We need to just keep turning up, turning up. You got to turn up. You got to keep turning up on. So thank you for, I saw like 3 comments on my last video. You guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much. So please don't forget, like this video if you haven't done so, subscribe, and leave a red flower. I don't know, the light is doing something to my face. Should I change my angle? We'll keep trying to see how this works. So thank you very much. Have a blast. Love you.